In this video, I'll be sharing the top 12 tools that will help boost your productivity, save tons of time, and unlock your creativity. Also, I've just recently created my Telegram group, which you can join to chat and ask any questions that you want. With that being said, let's jump right in. First on this list, we have Perplexity. Perplexity is basically ChatGPT, but much better because it can access the internet. To use it, you will need to first install the extension in your browser. You can then ask any questions that you want, and it will search the results that it got either from the internet, the current domain, or the current page. For example, if I head to a random page, I can ask it to summarize this article. But wait, that's not all. If you head over to their website, you will find more search options like academic papers, Wolfram Alpha, YouTube, and even Reddit. It even lists out all the sources that it got the answers from, which is useful for you to do further research. So that's Perplexity. It's really good at getting answers from the web. But if you are doing scientific research, you will need to look for something that's more credible. And this is where Consensus comes in. Consensus is a search engine that lets you easily find answers from academic papers. So let's say if I want to know, does raising the minimum wage increase unemployment? It will then show me all the papers that are related to this topic, while at the same time summarizing the key findings of each paper, the journal that it was published in, the author, and the year. There's also a synthesize button, and if you click it, it will summarize the findings of the top 10 papers for you, while giving you a general consensus of the findings. Next, QuillBot is a paraphraser tool that helps you convert your text to the style that you want. For example, I can just paste this sentence in to ask QuillBot to rewrite it. There are other modes too, like formal, simple, creative, and so on. But all those would require you to pay money to use them. Though, you don't really have to pay, because you can already do the same thing in ChatGPT. Besides that, QuillBot also has a Chrome extension and a Word extension, which you can install and use to generate a quick reply, check your grammar errors, fix your spelling mistakes, and so much more. The next tool is my personal favorite, and it is Midjourney. Midjourney lets you create AI art by just typing in a few words. Now, you might be thinking, so what? These images are useless to me, and I can't use them to do anything else. And here's where you may be wrong. Midjourney can be used in many other different ways, like creating concept images of websites, logos, app icons, blog post images, and so much more. The only downside is that Midjourney requires you to pay to use it. But if you don't want to pay, a free alternative is the Playground AI, which you can also use to create equally stunning images. Moving on, ElevenLabs lets you clone your voice. So how it works is that you paste in some text, then ask it to speak in the voice that you want. Check this out.
Our AI model is built to grasp the logic and emotions behind words. And rather than generate sentences one by one, it's always mindful of how each utterance ties to preceding and succeeding text.
This is useful for adding voiceovers to videos, podcasts, and audiobooks. There's even an option to use your own voice. But unfortunately, you have to pay to use that feature. Though I would say that the voices that come with the free version are already pretty good. Next, DID is a tool that lets you create AI-generated people that can speak. For example, I can choose an avatar, add in the text, and click Generate Video.
When you give joy to other people, you get more joy in return.
If I want to, I can also upload my own portrait, and it will be as though I'm speaking.
The market up, you buy. Market down, you cry a bit, then you buy some more.
There's even an option to choose the style that I want to speak in, like there's the excited style, a friendly style, and so on. This is super useful for content creation, like maybe you want to create YouTube videos, but you are super shy and you don't want to show your face. In that case, you can use DID to speak on your behalf. Quick pause. Did you know that Weeboo has some very useful tools that let you easily do research? If you head over to the Company tab, you will find a financial brief for the latest quarter, key indicators, some quick summaries of the financial statements, and a peer comparison. And on the Analysis tab, you will find what do analysts think about the stock. Is it a buy or is it a sell? What's their price target and quant rating? There's even technical analysis if you are into trading. So if you have not signed up to Weeboo yet, you can sign up using my link down below. fund your account with $300 or more, make one buy trade within 30 days, and you will receive anywhere between 6 to 40 free fractional shares worth up to $1,000 each, and an exclusive deal of one trading voucher worth up to $100. And on top of that, if you execute another 3 option trades, you will receive 8 option trading vouchers worth up to $100 each. But wait, that's not all. If you are an existing user, there's also a deal for you. If you execute one option trade, you will also win one option trading voucher worth up to $100. With that being said, let's get back to the video. Next, Descript. Descript has a tool called Overdub. What it does is that you upload a video or audio file, it will then transcribe it into text.
New tool that makes editing easy. So easy that you'll want to edit videos.
You can delete text, add text, it even helps you to remove all the filler words. This is useful for when you are editing podcasts or videos, and you want to quickly fix all your mistakes without going through the entire video again. Next, RunwayML is a video/image editing tool that has a ton of AI generative features built into it. For example, it can convert the video into another style, modify the subjects, and just recently, they announced a much more powerful Gen tool, which lets you create short clips by just using text alone. Moving on, Soundraw is a tool that lets you create AI-generated music for free. Here, you can choose how long you want the song to be, the tempo, and the mood that you want. It will then generate a list of music for you to check out. And the crazy part is that all of this music is original music that's created by the AI. Soundraw is entirely free for personal use. But if you are planning to use the music for commercial purposes, like YouTube videos or in games, you will have to pay. The next tool is called Tome. What it does is that when you type in some text, it will create an entire presentation for you. So let's try creating a presentation about black holes. Everything you see here is AI generated, from the text to the images. Now, of course, this is far from perfect, but it already gives you a good starting point to work with. You can then edit the presentation with the tools that they provide. As you might imagine, this is a really useful tool for those who want to make their presentation look good and save tons of time while doing so. The next tool is for my programmer friends out there. Coedium is an AI tool that lets you generate codes such as functions, classes, boilerplates, HTML sites, and even regular expressions, something that used to scare me because of how complicated it is. Besides that, Coedium will also explain codes to you, which is super useful if you are reading someone else's garbage, code. It lets you refactor codes, fix bugs, and convert codes into another language. And best of all, Coedium is totally free for personal use, unlike CodePilot, which will charge you $10 a month to use. Last but not least, we have Notion AI. For those who do not know, Notion is a note-taking tool that lets you write, plan, collaborate, and organize your thoughts. By itself, Notion is already super amazing. Then, recently, they made it even more awesome by adding Notion AI to it. Notion AI is basically ChatGPT, where you can use it to quickly create tables, action items, summaries, brainstorm ideas, and more. Let's say I'm looking to create a video about financial independence. So I can ask Notion AI to suggest 10 topics to me, and it will start to list them out. There are a lot more AI options to choose from, like brainstorming ideas, writing a social media post, writing an essay, and more. So those were my top 12 AI tools. Obviously, there's a lot more than that. If you want to find more, you can head over to a website called futuretools.io, where you will find thousands of AI tools for you to play with. Anyway, that's all for this video. Hopefully, you find it useful. Like, share, and subscribe as I'll be posting new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.